Hey guys, it's Chris Wong. I'm filming this video as of March 26, 2026, and I'd like to talk about some changes I made to both my Wealthsimple and Questrade accounts. So as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy interested in building a portfolio and trying to achieve financial independence, retire early. So I opened both my accounts today, and I noticed that the stock market seems to be down again. And my buying power available to withdraw out of the account seems to be lower on Questrade and nearly into margin call on Wealthsimple. Not at the beginning of the day because I didn't get notification that I was in margin call, but as the buying power went down into a negative balance, I know I'm in margin call right now for my Wealthsimple account. So on my Questrade account, I saw that HHIS.U reached its new lows. And even though HHIS.TO was even lower last April 2025, can it actually go down further? I don't know. So I actually decided to purchase some more shares on my margin account, and I actually decided to sell a cash ETF, like one share of it, to buy like 10 shares on my TFSA. Even though the purchase I made today on my margin account and my TFSA could increase my chance of margin call if the market goes down even further, I actually rather pay $10.15 for the shares of HHIS.U than to pay like $13 or $14 when the market goes back up. I know if the share price of HHIS.U goes to $14, my buying power available to leverage my portfolio in my margin account, it can allow me to buy a lot more. But I'd rather pay $10.15 than to pay $14. On my Wealthsimple account, I didn't make any purchases on my TFSA or my margin account because I have no buying power available right now, and I'm not getting another paycheck for at least another 2 days. So I'm just going to hold on and see what happens tomorrow. But in the meantime, I actually made some changes in my Wealthsimple RRSP. So I actually decided to sell some of the weekly paying ETFs. Like I actually sold WDTE and IWMY by Defiance, and I actually end up selling RDTE and XDTE by Roundhill. I don't have anything against these funds, and I don't have anything against the weekly paying ETFs, but I think for an RRSP, I actually decided to make it more simple. Having weekly paying ETFs in my RRSP, if I'm not planning to use the money until my retirement years, I don't see the need to have weekly paying dividends in my RRSP account. So I actually decided to buy TSPI by Tap Alpha, and I decided to buy TDAQ, TDAQ. I also want to try out the newer fund by NEOS, which is a XSPI, which is a leverage S&P 500, and it's 1.5 times the leverage. So some people were saying that having 1.5 times the leverage for an S&P 500, it's risky. But I actually decided to take a chance and just try it out while the market's a bit down and see what happens. The reason why I decided to try out XSPI is because out of the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, or using Bitcoin, the S&P 500 is the least volatile out of all three of them. I was looking at my Wealthsimple TFSA, and it seems that most of my investments in my Wealthsimple TFSA, they use light moderate leverage, 1.25x, and it seems that my total return, even still today, is a lot better than my Wealthsimple RRSP account. So instead of getting the same funds that I have in my TFSA, I thought why not diversify and take advantage of a US listed ETF, and within the RRSP there's no 15% withholding tax. I know some YouTubers were saying that XSPI, it's risky because of the leverage, but I also starting to see that there's probably more risk at times if you're paying a very high yield dividend, but there's no leverage on the fund because the dividend has to be paid from the NAV. So I actually wonder, is the leverage long term, is it going to be more beneficial to maintain the dividend yield? I'm expecting a dividend yield to be at least 15 to 18% for this new fund, XSPI. And as long as I hold on to it and try to buy most of my shares when the market is down, then I should be able to benefit from holding it long term. I'm not going to make it a goal to just hold on to XSPI. I'm still going to hold on to other ETFs that are stable, like TDAQ and TSPI as well. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you guys for watching.